Welcome to Getting Down Dog. My name is Felicity, and today I will teach a class on hanumasana, or front splits. I will also be teaching just leg flexibility in general. Now, I do recommend that you have 2 blocks. If you do not have 2 blocks though, 2 thick hardcover books will do just as well. I recommend these as you will be doing different shapes that you may need them. So, that being said, come onto the long side of your mat and bend your knees here. Begin to lift your feet off of the mat. You can do a light flexion. It doesn't need to be very active here. And then place your fingertips beside you. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulders away from your ears. Belly button in towards your spine. And exhale, fold over the tops of your thighs. So you can extend your legs as much as you feel comfortable, but you don't want to push or pull here. So you're just trying to rest into this shape. From this, you can place your hands onto the mat or on your shins. You can kind of hug your shins here. Or you can even place your hands underneath your knees and clasp your elbows with your hands. So wherever you are, release your neck. Maybe close your eyes. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Let it go. Again, one deep inhale. Exhale, side out. Let it go. And just come to a deep rhythmic breath with your nose. So inhale through your nose. Fill your belly up. And slowly exhale through your nose. Allow your belly to fall. And it's really important in these shapes to just be aware of your breath and be present during this moment. To be able to listen to your body and what it's telling you to prevent any injuries. And so that your body is happy and healthy. Take a couple more breaths here. On your inhale, if your hands are clasped, just release. Bring your fingers beside you. Inhale, lengthen. And begin to extend your legs long. Flex your feet here, very active feet. Bend your knees as much as you like. On your exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest and then out to the side. Slide the sole of your foot either at your inner thigh or your calf, whatever feels good to you. With your fingertips beside you, lengthen here on your inhale. Belly button in towards your spine. And exhale, begin to fold over your left thigh. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, maybe to fold a bit deeper. And release your neck. Maybe close your eyes. Stay with your breath. Inhale, lift yourself up, fingertips beside you. Draw your right knee in and then extend long. Active feet here, bend your knees as much as you like. Left knee comes in and then bring your left knee to the side. So opposite side here, slide your foot wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over your right thigh. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, maybe fold a bit deeper. Notice if you're holding any tension, maybe in your jaw or your eyebrows. Just let that go. Inhale, lift, fingertips beside you. Draw your left knee in and extend long. Again, flex your feet here, bend your knees as much as you like. On your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, begin to fold over both thighs now. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe fold a bit deeper. Release your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Hands behind you, fingers facing towards your sit bones, and then bend your knees inwards. Bring your feet to the opposite edges of the mat, and then windshield wipe your knees to the right. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, lift, and exhale to the left. And you can look wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale, come back up. And then begin to extend your legs out long. And from this, just point, flex, maybe rotate your ankles, whatever you need to warm up. And then maybe even lift your torso up, hands off, and begin to rotate your wrists. Maybe even bring them into fists and flick them out, whatever feels good. Again, another warm up here. And then come onto one side, swing your legs around. Hands underneath shoulders, or wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Ground down into your palms, and then on your inhale, release your belly, lift your chest forward and up, lift your tailbone. Bring some space from the mat to your chest. And then exhale, begin to round vertebrae by vertebrae, starting with your tailbone and ending towards your chin, towards your chest. One more round. Inhale, lift your chest, arch your back. And exhale, begin to round. Inhale, come to neutral. Ground down again into all four corners of your palms. Externally rotate your arms so creases are forward, elbows are back. Press your palms firmly into the mat. Begin to round your upper back. Belly button in towards your spine. And then on your inhale, kick your right heel towards the back and just come forward and back here. So shifting your weight forward and back. Feel this out. And then lift your toes off the mat. Begin to bend your knee, round your upper back, and step your right foot in between your hands. And you can heel toe to make your way there. When you are there, come up to your fingertips. Slide your left knee towards the back to find a comfortable lunge for you. From this, shift your right hip back, left hip forward, and then bring your knees in towards your center line. Engage your core, and on your inhale, lift yourself up and away from your front thigh. Really lengthen your spine, and then maybe bring your hips forward. Exhale your shoulders away, chest open. And you can always play around in your lunge to see what works for you. Exhale, place your palms back down onto the mat and slide your hands a little bit further back behind as you heel toe your foot to the front of the mat. So almost like a little creep walk here with your foot. And begin to lift your toes off the mat, flex your feet. And at this time, if you like, you can place your blocks underneath your hands to give you a little bit more space. Otherwise, wherever you are, begin to extend your right leg. You can keep your right knee bent as much as you like here. Just feel this out, listen to your body, and then shift your right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, lengthen, crown of head reaches forward, sit bones reach towards the back. And if you like, on your exhale, begin to release over your top thigh. So again, just filling this out, listening to your body. Inhale and exhale. If you fold it forward, on your inhale, lift yourself up. Bend your knee and begin to slide your foot back behind you until you're into all fours. Press your palms firmly into the mat. Reposition however you need to get to all fours. From this, inhale. Kick your left foot towards the back. Toes still tucked in. And then shift your weight forward and back. Just filling this out. Come into stillness. Engage your core, shoulder blades away from each other. Bend your left knee and bring your knee in towards your chest, and then heel toe, or however you may need to get your foot in between your hands. Come up to your fingertips. Slide your right knee towards the back. Then shift your right hip forward, left hip back. Bring your knees in towards your center line. Engage your core, and on your inhale, lift your torso up and away from your front thigh. Again, you can play around here and fill this out. Lengthen your spine, crown of head reaches towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. And maybe bring your hips forward. And maybe smile. Shoulders away from your ears. Open your chest. Exhale, release your hands. And begin to place your hands a little bit further back as you creep walk with your foot. I have to say that. That's what it looks like to me. And then lift your toes off of the mat. Again, you can use your blocks underneath your hands. And wherever you are, begin to extend your front leg to a comfortable level for you. From this, shift your left hip back, right hip forward. And inhale, lengthen, crown of head reaches forward, sit bones reach towards the back. If you like, exhale, fold over your front thigh. Stay with your breath. Remain very active in your front foot. And again, notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw, your eyebrows, just let that go. Inhale, lift up halfway. If you fold it forward, bend your knee and begin to slide your foot to the back. Again, find your tabletop here. Reposition however you need. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Press your palms firmly into the mat. Grip your fingertips into the mat. So you're trying to claw the mat with your fingers. Externally rotate your arms. Again, creases forward, elbows to the back. Cinch the sides of your stomach. Bring your belly button in towards your spine. And hug your lower rib cage. From this, spread your shoulder blades away from each other. So bring some weight into your palms to do so. Tuck your toes into the mat and lift your knees off and begin to extend, hips back and up. You can have your knees as bent as you like. Release any tension in your neck. And then when you're ready, begin to bend, extend, however you need to get into the shape. Maybe sway your hips. You can rock your head yes, rock your head no. Play around, see what your body wants. There are so many ants. Hi, buddy. Excuse me. And then when you're ready, come into stillness. Press your palms firmly into the mat. Lift your hips even higher and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Come back into external rotation in your arms if you've lost that. And inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling or the sky. Internally rotate your thigh inwards. So knee faces towards the mat. And then lift your heel even higher. Exhale, bend your knee. Shift your weight forward, draw your knee in towards your chest, round your upper back, and step your right foot in between your hands. Come up to your fingertips. Shift your right hip back, left hip forward, and bring your knees in towards your center line. Kick your left heel towards the back of the mat. Engage your core, and when you feel ready, lift your torso up and away from your front thigh. And again, draw your shoulders away, open your chest. Exhale, place your palms back down onto the mat. Bring some weight into your palms and begin to slide your back foot a little bit closer in, just enough so that you can ground into all corners of your back foot. From this, again, you have the option for your blocks or your books to give you some space here. Wherever you are, begin to extend your front leg. Inhale, lengthen. Lift up halfway here. Reach your right hip back, left hip forward. And if it feels good to you, you can fold over on your exhale. On your inhale, lift yourself back up halfway. If you fold it forward, bend your right knee wherever you are, and then bring your back heel inwards so your toes are facing the left corner. Engage your core. When you feel ready, lift your torso up and away from your front thigh, arms up high. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and square your hips again. So right hip back, left hip forward. Smile. And then bring some weight into your right foot as you step forward. Arms up high, tuck your tailbone in, and exhale, hinge from your hips, dive forward. So bend your knees as much as you'd like here. You can even heel toe, give yourself a little bit more of a wide stance as well. From this, just release into the shape. You can sway from side to side. Release any tension in your neck. Maybe shake it out. Bend one knee and extend the other. Whatever feels good. Just, again, really listen to your body and what it's telling you. Begin to find some stillness here. Release. Clasp. Inhale, lift up halfway, whatever that is for you. So you can have your knees bent here. You can place your palms on your thighs, your shins, or onto the mat. Wherever you are, shift your hips towards the back. Crown of head reaches forward. Engage your core. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, lower your palms onto the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to do so. Step one foot back and then the other, hips up high. Push your palms firmly into the mat, lift your hips up high, and externally rotate your arms. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Internally rotate your thigh inwards, so knee faces down. Exhale, bend your left knee, shift your weight forward, draw your knee in towards your chest, and step your left foot in between your hands. Come up to your fingertips and kick your right heel towards the back. Shift your right hip forward, left hip back, and draw your knees in towards your center line. Engage your core, and when you feel ready, lift your torso up and away from your front thigh. Lengthen your spine. Maybe shift your hips forward. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, release your palms onto the mat. Bring some weight into your hands and begin to slide your back foot to the front, just enough so that you can ground into all corners. You may choose to place blocks underneath your hands if you like. Wherever you are, begin to shift or extend your left knee as you shift your left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And if you like, exhale, maybe fold forward over your top thigh. If you fold it forward, inhale, lift up halfway. Bend your left knee and bring your back heel inwards. Engage your core, and when you feel ready, lift your torso up and away from your front thigh. Square your hips. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And smile. Bring weight into your left foot, and when you feel ready, step your right foot to meet. Arms up high, tuck your tailbone in, and exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. Release your neck. Inhale, lift up halfway, whatever that is for you. Engage your core. And exhale, release your palms onto the mat, so bend your knees as much as you need. And step both feet back behind you, hips up high. Press your palms firmly into the mat and lift your hips even higher. Inhale, lift your right leg up and internally rotate your thigh inwards. Bend your right knee, shift your weight forward, and step your right foot in between your hands. Come up to your fingertips, lower your left knee, and shift your right hip back, left hip forward. Grab onto your blocks or your books and place them underneath your hands. From this, heel-toe creep walk with your front foot and lift your toes off of the mat. Begin to extend your front leg and square your hips. And just fill this out, listen to your body. You may choose to stay here. If you'd like, you can slide your left knee towards the back. And again, square your hips. Fill this out, maybe reposition your blocks. If you'd like to take a little bit further, you can begin to slide your legs away from each other. Again, square your hips. And you can untuck your back toes if you like. If you're in a place where you want to stay, you can place your block underneath your thigh and just release into this shape. If you'd like to take a little bit further, again, slide your legs away from each other and square your hips. Maybe your sit bones reach the mat. If so, remove your blocks away for just a moment. And if your fingertips are light, you can even lift your arms up high. Lengthen your spine, and maybe arch your back even more. Very important to stay with your breath here and really listen to your body, stay present. And also very important to smile. Enjoy yourself. When you're ready, place your blocks back underneath your hand and slowly come back to a lunge. When you get there, release your blocks. Place your palms onto the mat. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and step your right foot back behind you, hips up high. And from this point, just shake out your legs or walk it out, release any tension your legs are holding. And then find some stillness. Lift your hips even higher by pressing your palms into the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Internally rotate your thigh inwards. And then bend your knee, shift your weight forward, step your foot in between your hands. Come up to your fingertips, lower your right knee, shift your right hip forward, left hip back, and then draw your knees in towards your center line. From this, place your blocks or books underneath your hands. And begin to heel-toe creep walk with your front foot. Reminds me of the Addams Family because it reminds me of the hand, but instead it's your foot. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, lift your toes off of the mat. And begin to extend your front leg. Shift your left hip back, right hip forward. And just fill this out. Again, really listen to your body. And one side might be different than the other, which is totally normal. So just stay present in the moment. And if you like, maybe shift your right knee towards the back and then square your hips. Maybe reposition your blocks. And again, if you like, you can begin to spread your legs away from each other. And if you're at a comfortable spot, you can place your block underneath your thigh and release into the shape. Or maybe try to go a little bit further deep. And again, you can untuck your toes if you like. Maybe reach your sit bones onto the mat. And just check to see if your posture is correct, if your if your hips are square. Shoulders too, though. And if you like, you can even lift your arms up high if that's accessible. Maybe lengthen, arch. Again, 2 important rules is to breathe and to smile. And when you're ready, release your palms onto the mat, bring your blocks underneath, and slowly find yourself back into a lunge. Release your blocks to the side, palms onto the mat, lift your left or right knee, and step your left foot back. Hips up high. And again, shake it out, spin one knee or the other, whatever feels good to you, whatever you may need. Maybe even twist here to release any tension in your upper back as well. And then find some stillness. Release your knees onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Then bring your hips down towards your heels. Forehead onto the mat. Bring your arms to your side. Palms face up. Allow your shoulders to release down. And you can even shift your hips left and right if that feels good. Or stay in stillness. If you'd like to take a shavasana, you can go ahead and lie down and do so. Otherwise, place your hands underneath your shoulders, lift yourself up, and there you have it. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Felicity from Getting Down Dog. Please like and subscribe to this video. I also have my website, Instagram, and Facebook in the description below if you would like to check that out. Thank you. Namaste.